Good evening. In today's session, let's discuss regarding parliamentary standing committees. What exactly are these? When I say a committee is nothing but a group of members. But when I say parliamentary committee, in that particular committee, you have the members of the parliament, meaning others outsiders are not allowed to be the members in the parliamentary standing committees. And whenever I say parliament, we already know that there are two houses. One is Lok Sabha and second one is Rajya Sabha. From this Lok Sabha and as well as Rajya Sabha, some members will become the ministers. And when it comes to the parliamentary standing committees, ministers cannot be the members. So this is a general rule. And ministers cannot be the members. Apart from the ministers, rest of the members are called private members. And those private members can become the part of any parliamentary standing committee. This is an opportunity for various members of the parliament to learn more about the functioning of the various departments in the government. That is the reason why some enthusiastic members of the parliament, they try to become the members. They try to become the members in various committees so that it will become an opportunity for them to learn more and more about various departments. And basically what will happen, every parliamentarian must be a member of one committee or the other during the term. And some members, unfortunately, they show less interest in attending the meetings of the committees. But this is really very important for them to attend the meetings to learn many new things. And once they start learning here, tomorrow when they become minister of any particular this ministry, then it will become very easy for them to handle the situations. So this is a platform for many this especially for the young members of the parliament to learn many new things. And such parliamentary committees have been this constituted in the beginning of the month of October. And kindly remember, in some parliamentary committees you have the members from both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. In some committees you have members only from Lok Sabha. In some committees you have members only from the Rajya Sabha. And kindly remember, the term of a committee is generally 1 year. 1 year, but who are the members here? Right? So are the members belong to only one political party? The party which is there in the government, only those members will become the members of the parliamentary committees? No. This is a place where the political parties can nominate their candidates. So irrespective of their strength, they can nominate the members and that member may become the part of the committee. Meaning the members of the parliamentary committees are elected through a method called proportional representation by means of a single transferable vote. Right? In the sense, you are giving opportunity to various political parties present in Lok Sabha as well as Rajya Sabha to be a member of the committee. So being a member of committee, you can keep on giving suggestions to the government. Accordingly, so the government will be, if necessary, it will be modifying or rectifying. So this is basically the thing. And kindly remember, for most of the committees, the chairman is appointed by the speaker. For some committees with respect to Rajya Sabha, the chairman is appointed by the chairman of Rajya Sabha. Kindly remember these points. Clear? And whenever you talk about the chairman is one of the members in that committee. Out of the existing members in a committee, one person will be appointed as a chairman by the speaker, right? So kindly remember these points, and with this we have some information. I would like to show you that latest information. Kindly have a look at this. So the topic is parliamentary standing committees, and they were notified on October 9th, 2021. There was an expectation that former Deputy Chief Minister of Bihar, Mr. Sushil Modi, what happened? This gentleman was supposed, there was an anticipation that he will become a minister at the central level, right? But he has been made the chairman of the Standing Committee on Law and Justice. I told you already, only private members. Private members are those members who are not the ministers. They can become the members of a standing committee, and that person can become the chairman of that particular committee. Now what happens? So the speculation with respect to Mr. Sushil Modi becoming a minister under Narendra Modi's cabinet, right? So that is that will get delayed, but it does not stop. It does not stop him to be appointed as a minister. But please remember, any member of any parliamentary standing committee, any chairman of any standing committee may be appointed as a minister. But the moment they are appointed as a minister, then this particular position is considered to be vacated. Vacated. Very, very, very important. So, notwithstanding a raft of the complaints against, there was a complaint against, the Congress member of Parliament Shashi Tharoor, right? And he was serving as the chairman for the Standing Committee on Information and Technology. Again, last year what happened, when this person has been appointed, and because of the various issues, BJP members protested against Mr. Shashi Tharoor of Congress. But even now, he has been reappointed. He has been reappointed as the chairman of the Information Technology Standing Committee. And who will be appointed as a chairman, and the government will have a very, very little to say, because that will be decided by the respective political parties, right? And if you look at this, at least 50 Rajya Sabha members have been reassigned to different committees. Out of this one, 28 they had poor attendance in the meetings of the committees held over the last year, and 12 of them did not attend a single meeting. This is what exactly happens. That shows their lack of interest in attending the meetings. And when it comes to the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs had said, the process took time because of the deliberations on whether to nominate members of the parliament who have not attended even one meeting of the committees in the previous term, and also whether they should be re-nominated to the same committees. Meaning is simple. If somebody is not attending even a single meeting in 1 year, should we have to allow them to continue or re-nominate? Maybe somebody may not have interest in a particular subject, but the same person may have interest in some other area. So should we nominate them to some other committees? So because of the discussions, it got delayed. Clear? And the Rajya Sabha Secretariat sent details of the attendance of the members last year to the respective parties, seeking reconsideration of their nominations based on the records. And ultimately, final call will be taken by the political parties. Kindly remember, in every parliamentary standing committee, right? I repeat, in every parliamentary standing committee, members are elected. Generally we say elected, but basically they are nominated from various political parties, only to see that there will be no this election process, but technically they are considered to be elected by the Lok Sabha as well as Rajya Sabha. Am I clear? Meaning is simple. Lok Sabha members are elected by the Lok Sabha, and the members from Rajya Sabha, so they are elected by the Rajya Sabha. Am I clear? And who should be sent, who should be nominated, will be decided by the respective political parties. Am I clear? That is the reason why. So this is not a single party dominated committee or committees, but you have the representation of various political parties in every parliamentary standing committee. Fine. So this is about today's topic, and I'll see you in the next class with other topics. Thank you so much. Take very good care.